Alright, welcome back to the You Decide series. We're going to be doing some more No Sanity No Evidence because it's one of my favorite ways to play, and it's a great way to get a lot of ghost tests done and learn a lot about the ghosts this way. So, let's see what all we can do with this, shall we? We should be able to put that right there. Alright, where the hell are you at? You really didn't see me in here? Okay. I have no idea how he didn't see me in there. I think I know what this ghost is, but just in case you guys did not, I'll give you one more hunt. How about that? One more hunt. Of course you're Mr. Nakey. This one fool you? Did this one fool you? Let's find out. That's right, it was a Hantu. So did you hear it kind of slightly speed up? Did you think that was a line of sight speed increase? I think it was actually because it was just cooling down the environment. That may have switched into the ghost room, actually. I'm not 100% sure. I heard it set off the motion sensor outside in the hallway. Soon after the first hunt, it was slow. Wasn't quite rev slow, though. Again, it's kind of easy to confuse the Hantu with the twins. Now that speed up, if it was a line of sight speed increase for the slow twin, you would have seen it start to get faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Instead, it was just like a sort of gradual speed up, and we were still able to loop it without an issue, which means that the ghost was a Hantu. Of course, first ghost, Mr. Nakey. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, Fridgeview was our demise last week. We encountered the lovely bug, you know? What a lovely bug that was. Let's see here. There, set it there, just in case it's upstairs. We can probably go back and get an electronic. Usually that's what I like to do with this, is get it electronic. That would be pretty good. For a specific reason, which you all should be getting so much knowledge on. Okay. Very interesting. Oh my god. Okay, well, ghost is turn off the breaker. Very interesting. About to say it's probably gonna burn the crucie, ain't it? God dang it, ghost. That's supposed to be where I'm supposed to loop you at. How am I supposed to loop you? If that's your ghost room. That's kinda scary, isn't it? That's kinda scary. Two crucie burns. Ghost, you're really killing me here. You're really killing me here. Alright, let's just hide. And see what we can glean from this first one. Alright. Just a one in the basement. Alright, that's very, very interesting. Very interesting. scared the fuck out of me. Okay. What door did it touch, though? I was trying to think, like, what door was it? We're able to smudge it, and at least I sure hope we were. So I'm guessing it came from back here. Nice. What about this? Well, you really do love these freaking events, don't you? Why are you eventing so much? Is this your room, or did you move back out there now? That's actually very helpful, honestly. Very helpful, because I was pretty sus of that. Throwing me off by going this way. I'm just curious about one thing in particular. I don't know if you've picked up on anything. I just don't know how accurate the test was. Okay. Yeah, we found a bone. Alright, I think I know what this ghost is. And I think you should, too. That's right, the ghost was a demon, which for the first time, I noticed that it hunted at 1 minute 15 seconds on the timer. But I wasn't sure if our smudge actually hit it or not. Because it kind of, like, ended about the same time. But I was fairly certain it did. Thankfully, the next time, that thing hunted, like, right at a minute after the timer. So it did help us out in determining that it was a demon, which is, again, why smudge timers are so important. Make sure you get your timer. If you want one like I got, that's right on screen, you can just hit with the push of a button. I'll leave a link in the top right of this video or in the description. Get yourself a smudge timer. It's very, very useful. Here's a fun fact, though, about demons. Demons have actually become my most common ghost, and I still don't have the achievement. Kind of funny how that works, to die to a demon's ability in the first minute. I still don't have it, and now it's my most common ghost. Okay, that's besides the point. Let's go and show you exactly how we eliminated some of these ghosts, though, and got to that point. We knew right away that the first hunt, it was normal speed, normal line of sight, normal blinks. We could eliminate a lot of ghosts from that. So, we also knew that it did step in salt at the end. So, stepped in salt, not a wraith. Normal blinks, not a phantom. Jen would have come to us quicker before getting back to normal speed. Shane I was kind of willing to rule out with all the custom or crucifix burns. But normal blinks, so not an Oni, they would have been more visible. Twins would have been faster, slower, depending on what it was. Faye would have been really fast. Dio obviously wouldn't have sped up in line of sight. Moroi would have been really fast. Raiju would have sped up around the electronic. It did not. Obake would have shape-shifted. It did not. Hantu would have been slower or faster, depending on if it was the ghost room, and not speed up in line of sight. Revenant obviously would have been super fast coming to us. Pulte, it did not throw enough for me to think it was a Pulte. So this is just what we were kind of left with, kind of annoying ghost. We knew then after that we could eliminate a Mimic because we did not have orbs. All right, let's move on. All right, let's go into everyone's favorite map, which is, of course, Tangle. And if Tangle is not your favorite map, then you have bad taste. No, I'm just kidding. But there's not a lot of people I've met that Tangle is not their favorite map. I think if you ask somebody their favorite map, you'd say, other than Tangle, of course. If you just straight up hate Tangle. Some might actually be wrong. Some might actually be wrong. Alright, as we're just, you know, spouting whatever we want to at this point. Let's see what this is first. All right, very, very well. Let's see, where did it hunt from? Let's do a quick orb check here. Yeah, I'm thinking it started in the foyer somewhere. Maybe the nursery. Nothing really looks destroyed or disturbed, but we'll go with this. Yeah, I don't see any orbs. I think we are pretty safe. If you don't know this ghost, which you absolutely should know what this ghost is, but just in case you don't. Well, that's no good. Okay. This is a neat little trick you can actually do with this ghost. I'm gonna just come on out and do that. Alright, hopefully that gave it away. It's right, the ghost was a Hantu once again, which was very easy to tell this time. A lot less confusing than the last one. We knew right away from that first hunt it was slightly slower. So, was it a Rev? Was it a Hantu? Was it a slow twin? Well, we knew that we could rule out a Rev if you were not sure, because when we activated our electronics, it did not come running right to us. Then when it did get line of sight of us, it never increased speed. So, of course, you want to double check for a Mimic. You don't want to get mimicked with this, especially Hantus. If mimics a Hantu, that's like one of the biggest trolls it can do because of how much close evidence they share. But since we're playing no evidence, it really doesn't matter. Did not see any orbs. Now, what I wanted to show the next time, after we came back from the truck, the breaker was already off because, of course, Hantus are more likely to turn off the breaker because they want to make everything colder. If the breaker was on, like we turned it on, if you want to see the Hantu's breath middle of the hunt, I recommend turning the breaker off middle of the hunt. That's right. It might be super scary, but the temperature of the house should still be warm enough, which, as you saw, for it not to be able to catch up to us and get that increase in speed. Of course, carry smudges, so that way in case it is faster than what you think, you can still run away and hide. But it's a neat little method. You still get to see the frozen breath, and there you know for sure, well, it's definitely not going to be the twins. It will be a Hantu. So I wanted to showcase that. I forgot to do it the last time. Thankfully, we got another one. All right, I actually don't think we did Bleasdale the last time, so let's do Bleasdale now. The worst of the two farmhouses, of course. But let's get things popping, shall we? The problem is too, since it is a little bit bigger, I don't necessarily know where the ghost is. So it might be kind of annoying. What? I'm very confused what just happened there. Alright, let's do this again. Where's it hunting from? If you can explain what's happening to me, please. I should be teaching you guys, but this is very confusing. I have 2 or 3 things on my mind right now that the ghost could be. I'm leaning towards one. I think it is upstairs. I just want to listen for the ghost again. Find it. Why did it go down there? Where is it spawning at? I have 15 million questions I'm trying to ask. Seriously, ghost? Seriously? Why would you do that to me? Found a bone. Okay, but that answered my question. It was the ghost that I was thinking. All right, that ghost was a yokai, and that's what's kind of what I was thinking after the first hunt. I also was kind of thinking twins because it did sound a little bit faster, but it did get kind of line of sight from us. Here's my big questions, though, that I have after that. How the hell did that ghost go from the kitchen all the way to upstairs? I don't know what it is lately. The week before, we also had a very weird yokai that spawned upstairs in Edgefield, and then the next hunt was in the kitchen in Edgefield. Did yokais get like some buff with their roaming where they're just like a teleporting ghost now? Which is kind of like the most oblivious teleporting ghost of all time. I don't know how we broke line of sight with the ghost and how it stopped chasing us after that first hunt. I did activate my radio to try to bring it back, and it did not come back, which led me to think yokai. But I was like, could it be a mimic? Could it be the twins? Could it be a banshee? I don't know. It could have been like either of those. That's what I was thinking. When we finally got the next hunt and could actually hear it, I knew the footstep speed were normal, so I could rule out the twins, which is what I was kind of thinking. And we kept activating our radio, and it did not come to us at all. So we knew that the ghost was a yokai. Very interesting game, and it's kind of funny. We get these games where the ghost kind of confuses you so much still. Alright, let's do Camp Woodwind now. Good old Camp Woodwind strat. Always a great fun. Let's see, should be safe. I think I heard it mess with something over in the kids area, maybe. Let's find out. It could be completely off base. Interesting. I never came over here. Alright. Not that we really did anything to attract it, but, you know. It can be kind of surprising at times. Alright, very well. Very well. Do not see any orbs. So, with no orbs, do we know what this ghost is? That's right. Did you notice that the salt was not stepped in the second time? I tried to not bring too much attention to it, just to see how closely you were actually paying attention. First hunt, though, you know, let's go through how we could rule out some of these ghosts. First hunt, we knew that it was normal speed, normal blinks. Normal speed, normal blinks. With no sanity, we could rule out Phantom. Jin, we get a good line of sight speed up. I think it saw us there towards the end, so it probably would have sped up to us. Not an Oni, again, for normal blinks. Oni would have been more visible, Phantom more invisible. It was normal speed, not faster or slower. So not the twins, not fast, not a Thay, Dio. I mean, Dio's a Dio. Mora would have been super fast. Did not speed up around our flashlight. Was normal speed, did not change at all. Did not shapeshift, so not an Obake. Normal speed, not a Rev when it saw us. Not a Myling, because we could hear the ghost without our flashlight malfunctioning. It's kind of where we're at. Kind of willing to rule out Pulte. I think it would have thrown a little bit more for Pulte. But these were the ghosts that we had. It never came quite to us. The hunt ended right before it would have come to us. So we would possibly could have figured out a Wraith after that. But then, obviously, did not step into salt. The second hunt, we checked for orbs. Was not a Mimic. So therefore, it had to be a Wraith. Let's do something that's going to be slightly, possibly harder. All right, we're going to actually be doing Sunny Meadows Restricted. Which restricted area do we have? I guess we're going to have to wait to find out. But let's see what we got in the meantime. So we could treat this like an apocalypse run and go ahead and set, you know, these firelights in here. Just to see if the ghost does come to us. See if we get an EMF reading. I mean, there's a higher chance that the ghost could be in here. We could also go take a look at the cameras. Which probably could tell us which area we have. Do we see any orbs anywhere? It's essentially all that you are looking for with this. Am I going to know which hallway? Alright, let's see what we got here. Well, that's fairly close. It's not a good sign. Wasted all this time. Let's go find out. I hope y'all knew what ghost that was, just based on the footstep speed. I told you it's one in the past if you want to, and of course do not know. Best one to learn to start with because the change is just ever so crazy. It's just a drastic change. It's not like the twins where it's slightly slower. Very obviously. Obviously, that was a Revenant. We checked for orbs. Couldn't be a mimic. We knew that it was a Rev. Alright, come on. You really think I was going to let you off that easy with Sunny Meadows? Of course not. Of course not. We need more than that. Alright, well. Interesting. Alright, very well. Where do we want to go? Where do we want to go to? Alright, I did think... Alright. It's always good to time hunts. You know, you don't have to do that. But it can help, even for challenges like this. I do it a lot in the Gold Apocalypse challenge, which is very similar to kind of how we're playing this right now. Just doing it on Sunny Meadows Restricted. All right. Since it is a medium map and hunt duration is on high, it means the hunts will last 50 seconds. By the way, so that is why you can time hunts and know exactly what to do. Is the ghost room the chapel though, or is it like out here? Is what I want to know. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. That's right. We saw the orbs. The ghost was a mimic. Bonus points. What ghost was it mimicking there at the end? I guess it could be one of two things. I had my my thoughts there, and it's really funny because we actually just talked about it. I thought it was mimicking a Hantu. Very, very real possibility there. If that was a ghost room, maybe it was just like it aged they for a bit because it did not speed up in line of sight, and it really kind of threw me off because I was like, I'm pretty sure that first hunt was normal speed, so I wanted to check for orbs. Best ghost you can get in No Evidence, honestly, is a mimic because if you see evidence, you know what it is. All right, once again, way too easy of ghosts here, so let's do this a little bit different. The ghost is actually, I think, in this lobby area. So kind of scary. I don't know if it's a stalker or not. It's the only thing. We can... Very well. God, screw you, ghost. I'm pretty sure that this is just the ghost room. I could start my timer here. Well, I can double check. I don't think we're gonna find orbs this time. Yokai is so easy once again, and I'm not gonna do another one. It was a Wraith that never stepped in the salt. If you enjoy this series, click or tap the screen now to see the previous one. We do some more No Sanity, No Evidence. Great job, everybody. We had some nice, easy ones for you today, even on Sunny Meadows. I thought it was supposed to be harder. Special shout out to all the channel members. Thank you so much for the extra support. It truly does mean a lot. Happy hunting, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the previous You Decide.